The Albion welcome Nottingham Forest to the Amex for an FA Cup quarter-final with revenge on their minds. It's been 2 months since that 7-0 defeat at the City Ground. Since then, Brighton have gone unbeaten with 6 wins in a row, putting them firmly in the hunt for European football and in with a chance of winning the first trophy in the club's history. Fabian Hurtz's side have been focused and fearless, and they'll need to be again with a semi-final at Wembley at stake. Stepinian's touch straight to Ryan Yates, the Nottingham Forest captain. And the ball into Awani. Awani is strong enough to hold off Van Hecke. Here's Aina. Right, fall for Awani, and Verbruggen had to be alert. Comes to Williams, and it's nipped away by Minte. First real save that Bart Verbruggen's been asked to make. Came to Awani, one thought in his mind, get a shot off. And he hit it hard and low and a cross goal. Verbruggen had to be there and was. Smart stop with his feet. Good work from Murillo until the pass at the end. Now Van Hecke, the turn from Welbeck, and he tried to play it through, eventually got it to Mitoma. This is promising. Mitoma couldn't find Welbeck, does drop for Ayari! It's a corner. Yasin Ayari caught hold of that. Mitoma looked to clip it into Welbeck, it fell to Ayari, the drive was true. Wasn't heading in, but caught a nick. Minte dancing in field and spreading the play beautifully for Estepinian, and it bounced up awkwardly. Sells made the save, and it's hacked clear. Well, he is capable. Scored a peach of a free kick at the Etihad last time out, and he fancied this. It did bounce awkwardly. Sells wasn't sure what to do with it. Just bounces there and scooped away by Sells. Van Hecke goes forward and he clips it to the far side, and it drops for Mitoma. Now Mitoma on the outside, his cross was decent, it drops for Baliba. Baliba! Oh, a rocket from Carlos Baliba, goes just wide. Well, that camera has certainly seen better days. It caught the full force of this Carlos Baliba effort. Matt Sells would not have got to this. Oh, so much power in that. Beautiful technique. With a camera, seen better days. That, I'd be surprised if that's working again. As Webster looks for Estepinian. It's dropped for Mitoma. He can't find his way through. Mitoma gets a foot in. Beautifully done from him. Baliba, there's a turn for Welbeck. It's Ayari, and it's blocked. Brighton corner, bright start to the second half. Milenkovic was there. What a signing he's been, Nikola Milenkovic. So robust in that Nottingham Forest defence. Brighton have to find a way past him. Ayari to take. The Swede curls it near post. It's going to drop for Mitoma. Back out to Ayari. First time he goes low. A turn from Jorginho, and Jorginho driving it. Fierce drive over the bar. Worth a hit though from Jorginho. Ayari went in low. Everyone expecting Jorginho to touch it back in. Instead he turned, and it was a rising drive. Oh, he's not far away at all from opening the scoring there, Jorginho. Great hit. Sells was surprised. Neat touch, very neat touch, and it's chipped through for Awani. Williams, what about a strike? Might be a strike now. There is a strike now, and Verbruggen got a touch and tips it over the crossbar from Gibbs-White. And after a cagey first half, it's been a pretty spectacular start to the second. Chances at both ends. Gibbs-White really caught hold of that sweet strike, and some save from Bart Verbruggen there. Zamboranning in the crowd, presented to the crowd ahead of kickoff. A fine achievement from her in the field of athletics, such a gifted runner. Here's Mitoma, fouled by Ola Aina. It's the best of Mitoma, driving at the visiting defence. I'll have to shrug this one off. Pretty much everyone forward in the blue and white of Brighton. What can Hayari deliver here? He chips it to that back post, and Van Hecke was there, and Yates got in the way. Well, Van Hecke scored his first goal in very similar circumstances here against Fulham. They were looking for a repeat, and they almost found it. Drives across, and the header is wide. Goal kick. Hinchelwood was up there, causing havoc in the Nottingham Forest penalty area. Driven with pace, and Hinchelwood heads wide. Evaded everyone. Hinchelwood leapt highest, but couldn't get his header on target. He's furious with himself as well, isn't he? Estepinian slipped there and caught his man. Dominguez in pain. Peter Banks thinks about the right course of action. And it will be a yellow card for Pervis Estepinian. He slipped. He got plenty of the ball and just slipped. Langer whips it in. Brooken elects to punch. Drops for Anderson. And that's a really good piece of defending by Webster. Brighton still don't have it clear. It's Anderson. And Anderson spins to the byline. And Mitoma with the tackle. And the referee points to the spot. He had a big, long think about it. And Brighton are absolutely furious at the decision. Elliot Anderson wriggled away from Estepinian. Mitoma put in a tackle, and Peter Banks stayed silent for a few seconds and then decided that it was a spot kick. Is he right? Well, Mitoma catches him with his arm on the follow-through, not the original tackle. They are now checking it. That took a long while. There's certainly no intent from Kaoru Mitoma to hook his arm. He didn't even know where Anderson's foot was. Mitoma is adamant it's not a penalty. Peter Banks is taking his time over the decision. There's definite contact there. And it's enough to bring Anderson down. It sweeps his leg away. Peter Banks taking his time. And there's the call. No penalty by the looks of it. It's not been particularly clear from Peter Banks, it has to be said.
The restart is a drop ball to the goalkeeper.
Nottingham Forest will feel it should have been given. Brighton booing the fact that it was in the first place. But Brighton, importantly, are reprieved. Jorginho might have hurt himself here. He calls out and Verbruggen has to make the save. Jorginho has gone down off the ball. Nottingham Forest almost taking full advantage. He stumbled there, Jorginho. Gibbs White threaded it, and Elanga almost prodded it beyond Verbruggen, but another solid stop from the Dutchman. It's bizarre from Oleraina. How has he forced his way through there? That's confidence. Almost went badly wrong, but he goes again, Oleraina! And headed down, and Van Hecker away. It hadn't gone out. Brighton thought it had for a second. Williams collects, and he drives it across. And Oleraina on the ground. Not sure what he was doing there. He's got a smile on his face. Why not? He's entertained all of us there. He almost lost it, battled through, carried on his run, almost lost control of it, kept it in, and it was a chance in the end for Nottingham Forest. And right at the end, he tries to head it, leaping in from the byline. And there is the final whistle. Nothing to separate the sides at the end of normal time. We're going to need extra time to try and decide this cup tie. After 90 minutes, it's Albion 0, Nottingham Forest 0, and we are heading for yet more drama. Gruder gets it back, gets another go. Smartly done, and a good ball for Gomez. And Gomez chipped back in on his right. Is it going to break for a dinger? It's not. Big chance for Diego Gomez. He knows he should have taken it first time on his left rather than tried to chip back in on his right. What a ball from Estupiñán. Just being harsh on Gomez. He couldn't hit it first time, it needed a touch. And by then the chance was gone. Dunk launches it, and it's inch perfect into the path of Adingra. Great cross, Gomez is there! And he couldn't connect. Brighton thought that was the moment. Eyes on the ball, and it bounced up awkwardly. And Fabian Hertzler thought, now's the time. Strange ball from Van Hecker, down the line for Gruder. And Gruder cuts it back. Gomez! What a save from Sells! Gomez must have thought he had sent Albion to Wembley. Beautifully worked, stood up by Gruder, and Gomez arriving, arrowing his header towards the net. Sells with a miraculous save. Lovely cross from Gruder, perfect for Gomez. It was creeping under the crossbar. Incredible save. Credit to Matt Sells, who's been outstanding all season in this excellent Nottingham Forest side. That is a wonderful save. Here it goes, and Van Hecker can't get it clear, and Jota Silva wins a corner for his side. There was real confusion at the back. Van Hecker, I think, annoyed that Verbruggen didn't come for it. It was a real hit and hope forward. Looked easy to deal with. In the end it wasn't, and Jota Silva almost punishing Brighton. He was taking his time. Now Baliba lifting it over the top. Estupiñán's there, he's bundled in! Offside. Brighton thought they were on their way to Wembley. João Pedro thinks it's close. The assistant, though, was certain and raised his flag. They waited and waited, and it is well offside. It's a good call. Estupiñán had gone too early. That is the full-time whistle. 120 minutes. Couldn't separate the sides. So close, so tense. And we are set for penalties to decide who's going to Wembley. So Brighton up first, their regular penalty taker up first. João Pedro against Matt Sells. And João Pedro lashes it home to give Brighton the perfect start in the penalty shootout. Great penalty, confident penalty. Sells gets right, but Pedro had the power and the precision to beat him. The boos ring out, the flags are waved. Anything Albion can do to put off Elliot Anderson, they're trying to do. Can the Nottingham Forest number 8 silence them? He certainly can. Another good penalty. And it's one each, after one each. The young German, big moment, deep breath, and he keep Brighton on course for the semi-final. He can! Calm as you like from Brian Gruder. He looked a little edgy before stepping up, but his penalty was anything but. Rolled it home. Superb penalties so far. Light for Gruder. Brighton on course. Hudson-Odoi, short run up. Hudson-Odoi into the roof of the net. Zero reaction from him. Nice call from Hudson-Odoi. And it's two each, after two each. Great penalty, almost unsavable. Jack Hinchelwood is up next for Brighton. Deep breaths for him. Jack Hinchelwood. Saved by Matt Sells. He went for the corner, Matt Sells guesses right. And that's the first one missed. João Pedro's out to console Jack Hinchelwood. Far from done yet. He didn't get it far enough in the corner, and he didn't have enough power in the kick once Sells had guessed right. Can Williams dispatch for Nottingham Forest? Over the bar from Nico Williams! An almighty roar from the Amex as they saw that one rise over the Bruggen's crossbar. A big chance for Nottingham Forest to take the advantage and really put pressure on Brighton, but it's a dreadful penalty from Williams, blazed over. Gomez against Sells, and Gomez is saved by Sells. He went for power, he blasted it at Sells, and somehow the big Belgian stood up, and it bounces out. Second one missed in a row. That's a fine stop from Sells. Power was the name of the game. He got plenty of that, but that is really strong from Matt Sells. Milenkovic. A brick wall in defence, often amongst the goals from set pieces. He can put Nottingham Forest on the brink here, Milenkovic. And he does put it into the corner once again. Verbruggen guesses right, but Milenkovic gives Nottingham Forest the advantage, and they are now right on the cusp of an FA Cup semi-final. Oh, Verbruggen so close, agonisingly close from a Brighton perspective. Lewis Dunk simply has to put this one away. Dunk. And he does, roll it into the corner. Brighton hanging on to participation in the FA Cup. They now need Bart Verbruggen to make a save, or there to be a miss. Some penalty from Lewis Dunk, rolled into the side netting. And Lewis Dunk, wearing the armband for Brighton, stepped up and scored. Ryan Yates wearing the armband for Nottingham Forest. What a servant he's been for the club. He can send them through to Wembley if he scores. Up against Verbruggen, and he scores! Nottingham Forest win their third FA Cup shootout in a row, and it's them rather than Brighton after a marathon cup tie who are off to Wembley. The away end goes ballistic. Brighton will have to lick their wounds and go again with Europe on the line in the league. But it ends here, 0-0 after extra time, and 4-3 to Nottingham Forest on penalties. It's Nottingham Forest going through to Wembley.